What's going on, my Jack brother? Coach Scott here. In today's video, I am stoked to share the chest and bicep workout from this month's training plan in the Jack 40 Club. We're gonna kick things off with the hammer strength chest press. Now, I encourage members of the Jack 40 Club to make the workout plan their own. So not everyone has access to a hammer strength machine like this. They may need to use a different variation. Some members prefer to do a barbell bench press, others a dumbbell bench press. It's very easy to make substitutions in the Jack 40 app. The main thing is to do what suits you best and do what's gonna allow you to get the most out of your training session. This is my first working set, 270 pounds, almost get 10 reps here, so it went to the point of true momentary muscular failure. I prefer to leave 1 rep in reserve for that first working set. I thought I had 1 more in me, turns out I didn't. I rest for as long as I need to fully recover between sets. It may be 3 minutes, it may be a little bit more. Second set, I did 20 pounds, so 290 pounds. I get 6 tough reps in here. If you followed my 2-month experiment using Black Forest Terkesterone, at the end of that, I was able to get 9 easy repetitions with this weight. After 3 weeks of going off Black Forest Terkesterone, I've been back down to 6 repetitions and been holding at that for a little while here now. Third set, I reduced it back to the 270 pounds, got 9 repetitions. Now we're moving on to the incline dumbbell bench press. First set, I used 80-pound dumbbells and got 9 repetitions in there with 1 rep in reserve. This is my second working set, again, 80 pounds. It's going to be a very challenging 10 repetitions here with a nice slow negative at the end. So really getting the absolute most out of this second set. Third set, kept the 80-pound dumbbells and got 9 repetitions in there. So when you're training to the point of true momentary muscular failure, or very, very close to true momentary muscular failure, you don't need a lot of sets. You don't need a lot of exercises in your training plan. You're getting definitely enough stimulus there to spark that growth response and get everything you need to get out of that training session. So I could have been done after just 2 exercises of chest there, but we're going to finish off with the machine fly, and here we're going to do 8 sets of 8. Vince Gironda, old school style, baby. Vince coached Arnold Schwarzenegger at times, just coached a lot of pros there. Some unorthodox and unconventional styles of training, which are just fantastic for sparking your enthusiasm for training. I mean, there's no evidence to back up any validity of the benefits of 8 sets of 8 here. Again, with most training methods, there really aren't. We're kind of limited in the scope of research, but there's a lot of anecdotal evidence. And the main thing is just, if you're having fun with your training, you're going to give more effort. You're gonna want to give more of yourself. You're gonna wanna get to the gym. Your excitement to train is going to be taken to a whole new level, which is why I like to swap out the advanced training technique that I incorporate in my workouts each month. So I'll just use 1 advanced training technique per month in the Jack 40 Club. Sometimes we won't use an advanced training technique for a month just to give ourselves a break, keep things basic. And again, typically that's a time we're going to allow our body to fully recover, the fatigue to dissipate, and our muscles to resensitize to the training stimulus. So with 8 sets of 8, we're only taking 15 seconds rest between sets, as you can see here. So the goal is to get to that 8th rep of the 8th set and hit that point of true momentary muscular failure, where you don't have absolutely anything left in you. It's a little bit tricky, a little bit of trial and error. I recommend you begin with using a weight that's probably about 60% of what you would normally do for 8 repetitions. See how you respond that first week, if you can handle it. My first week, I got a little overly ambitious with the weight in this training plan here, and I knew, like, after 4 sets, I wasn't going to be able to continue with 8 repetitions. I didn't change the weight, I didn't change the rest, I kept it the same. The reps just decreased as I was going on. I made note that I need to go lighter the next time. Cool, nothing wrong with that. Learned my lesson, and this I totally nailed. The weight selection here is spot on. By the time we get to the end here, you're going to see that those last few reps, like 6, 7, and definitely 8, are a struggle, to especially the last quarter of the rep. I'm really willing that weight together there, so really happy with the weight selection there. There's nothing magical about the 15 seconds rest between sets. I'm just using that in this particular workout here. If depending on what articles or books you read about Vince Gironda, there were times where he'd use 60 seconds rest, sometimes 30 seconds rest. Sometimes he used the rest intervals as a form of progression. So week 1, you may use 60 seconds seconds rest. You're gonna keep the weight the same. Week 2, drop it all the way down to 45 seconds rest. Week 3, 30 seconds rest. Week 4, 15 seconds rest. You can make smaller drops in weight. If you're gonna use the rest intervals as a form of progression, you may wanna start at 30 seconds rest week 1, 25 seconds rest week 2, 20 seconds week 3, 15 seconds week 4. We're just keeping our rest intervals the same here. We're only using this advanced training technique for 4 weeks. So the first week's trial and error, and we're just gonna hold that steady. Once the second week, you should have things pretty dialed in, and then just try to make the most out of the training sessions with that weight, with that rest period there. So playing around with it, again, it's not, don't stress yourself out over the minutia. And like I said, it can be a little bit tricky using, like, determining the proper weight there. So if you get to the point where you hit the 8th rep of the 8th set, and it still feels just a little bit easy, that you have a little bit more in you, rather than, but you're thinking to yourself, man, if I bump up that weight, there's no way I could get 8 reps for all 8 sets, and you're using the 15 seconds rest, you could try to reduce it to 10 seconds rest instead. So keep it close within there, or you can try to slow down your tempo a little bit. Like I said, like this set here, like with my final set, it's a big challenge, and if I was to think to myself, maybe I could do a little bit more next week, I probably would just try to slow the tempo down, I think, for this particular one, because this is pretty much spot on, right on the money for me when it comes to 8 sets of 8. Big challenge. So that wraps up the chest portion. We're moving on to biceps. You can see, like, my chest is pretty freaking pumped up here. So the cable bicep curls, this is straight sets. I ended up getting 13 repetitions. This is my first set with 110 pounds. So I feeling strong for the biceps here today. I ended up bumping up to 120 pounds for the second and the third set, and I believe I got 11 repetitions, and I think 11 repetitions for both that second and third set. And true momentary muscular failure. When it comes to isolation exercises, I'm always, every single set, true momentary muscular failure. You don't need to leave reps in reserve when it comes to those isolation exercises. Again, first set of the incline dumbbell bicep curl, 25 pounds. Again, I hit 13 reps on this first set, so I bumped it up to 30 pounds, which is a 5-pound jump on this particular exercise is a challenge. So I was able to get 10 repetitions on the second set. I think I only got 9 repetitions on the third set there. Bicep fatigue accumulates pretty easy for me. I find I need more rest between sets when it comes to the biceps. The fatigue just, it takes its toll on me there, but this was a good challenge. And again, when it's light, I still push it out. I'm gonna crank it out to close to or to the point of true momentary muscular failure. Third bicep exercise, hammer curls here. We're doing 8 sets of 8. Again, 15 seconds rest. I've got 15-pound dumbbells here. This turned out to be too light today. Like, again, there was something with my biceps just felt strong in this particular workout here and had the endurance. So definitely it was so light to the point, like I got to the 8th rep of the 8th set and I just kept going. I think I got 12 repetitions in there on that final, that 8th set there. So I think if I go up to 20 pounds, I should be able to crush it. It should be able to keep the 15 seconds rest there. But if it was, again, if it was tight, if I thought I could do a little bit more, maybe I would just reduce the rest periods, or this is probably a movement I could slow things down a little bit, especially on the eccentric portion of the movement. Again, it's all learning lessons. It's all just having fun. I go with the flow when I'm in the gym. I just want that experience to be the best. I just have a strong mind-muscle connection. I'm just embracing the camaraderie. I'm just soaking up the experience here. So just a wicked freaking pump. And again, like I said, if you get to the 8th rep of the 8th set, and you have more in you, don't stop. Same thing, if the rep target is 8 to 12 repetitions for straight sets, you get to 12 reps like I did on those first 2 bicep exercises, don't stop at 12 reps, like crush it, give it everything you got, then bump up the weight the next set. So that is the way that I roll. So in this month's training plan, this is our first month using a body part split. Workout number 1 is back with hamstrings. Workout number 2 is chest with biceps. Workout number 3 is quads. Workout number 4 is shoulders with triceps. Really, like 2 bicep exercises is probably enough, especially like here in the conversations in the Jack 40 Club, especially like the shoulder and tricep workout. Like if you're challenging yourself, if you're pushing yourself, like it almost feels like that third exercise you can barely feel it moving. The fatigue is there, like you can go light, you can do the movements, but it feels like it's just not necessary. So just learning lessons and playing around with it, and so this is a great opportunity to overreach when it comes to biceps training here. So always playing around with that kind of stuff, loving the split. It's been great to hear the feedback within the Jack 40 Club. They're loving the structure of the split. They're loving 8 sets of 8. It's been over a year since we've included 8 sets of 8 in our training plan. I've just been rolling with a lot of straight sets, and if I want to use an advanced training technique, it's oftentimes like drop sets or extended rest pause sets, sometimes mechanical advantage supersets. And like I said, oftentimes some of our workouts are just straight sets there. So we're rolling with this split this month. We're gonna roll with it again next month. I think it's a 9-week plan in total. So we'll swap out 8 sets of 8 for a different advanced training technique next month. We may swap out hammer curls for a different exercise. Likely I'll swap out the machine fly, maybe do a cable fly, something different. But we're gonna keep the big lifts, like especially the hammer strength chest press the same rep range, and the incline dumbbell bicep, incline dumbbell chest press the same. That's gonna be a staple. So only subtle changes each month, likely only gonna follow this for 9 weeks before changing up the split and rotating out there. Again, it's all a part of, you wanna progress with a plan for at least 8 weeks, sometimes upwards of 16 weeks, just making subtle little changes in your training plan. Again, like maybe swap out an exercise or two, and then swap out the advanced training technique. It keeps things fun, it keeps things exciting, and still allows you to progress on most of the lifts there. So just subtle little changes can spark that enthusiasm for training, and again, keeping a lot of things the same can spark your enthusiasm because you see yourself progressing from week to week or month to month on that specific training plan. So I hope you enjoyed this chest and bicep workout. I would love to hear your insights, your feedback. Do you think the biceps was overkill? Could I have done just 2 bicep exercises? Would you have done more chest workout in there? Again, do you train to momentary muscular failure? I had a recent video on that where I shared my thoughts on that experience. So I would love to hear from you. Share your thoughts down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed today's video, please do me a favor and smash that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, more training videos, let me know again in the comment section below, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that alert button so you're notified each time I upload a video. If you know a fellow bro who would benefit from watching today's chest and bicep workout, please do me a favor and share it with them. Before you go, don't forget to download your free guide, Lose Fat, Get Jacked. Have yourself an amazing day. Catch you next video.